that there's maybe at least somewhat similar that you can look back at on that and say, okay, that's a good touch point for me?
Yeah, I mean, there's even some states in Carolina when a guy would go down and I find myself like Sebastian Aho or an Andrei Svechnikov. Again, they're just easy guys to play with because, as good as they are at world-class level talent they have, they're hard workers too. So as long as you're working hard, the three of you are at least somewhat on the same page and your mindset's similar, then I think good things will happen. So like I said, I'm just looking forward to it. It's a good challenge. Not every day you get to say play with two of the top players in the world. That's going to be exciting.
Guys would often tell us that like Austin and Mitch talk a lot on the like. What have you noticed about them during games, or what that dynamic is like?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you can see just by the way they play, they're on the same page. And if there's a little disconnect, they'll address that with each other. And then, it seems like they're clicking again very quickly. So, again, I tell you that after practice. I just said I'm going to go out there and try to create space and try to win this puck battles back in the corner. And I'm not going to try to force passes to them just because I want to get them the puck. I'm just going to try and make the right plays and hopefully it falls into place.
In the preseason, you talk about how excited you were to be a Maple Leaf, and now you're on the top line with Austin and Mitch. So halfway through the year, how do you feel about how you fit in with this group?
No, it's a great group. I love it here. Every guy in the locker room brings something different to the team, on and off the ice, and it's you can tell by the success we've had. And it's not a perfect season. Nobody's going to go 82-0. There's definitely some slip-ups and some off games, but we do a great job kind of staying on the same page. And going back to training camp, it's just been a blur. Honestly, it feels like it was a couple weeks ago, and we're already over halfway through the season. So I'm just enjoying this, every single time I get to pull the Leafs jersey over my head. It's a privilege. So it's just been a lot of fun.
You're a pretty energetic guy. Do you do anything to keep your stuff going in the middle of the dog days of the season? Like Nick was just telling us, caffeine is good. Like how do you keep your motor running?
I don't want to overload on caffeine. Top of my head will blow off, I think. But
it's true.
I mean, at the rink, I just try to save the energy for the rink, skating and just being around the guys with the best shot in the world. But when I go home, it's just time to unwind and hang out with my fiance. And we don't do too much. So just explore the city and little things. But I'm not sure. I'm fortunate that I have all this energy right now, but I'm not getting any younger either. So I hope it stays around for as long as I can.
What's the mental side like of playing with someone like Austin and Mitch, where you obviously expect a lot of yourself as a pro athlete, but you need to, I guess, always be confident. And, other chances will come if you don't necessarily make the most of the first one. You got to keep yourself moving forward and not dwelling on what just happened.
Right. You got to have a short-term memory to be an athlete. Your highs can't be too high and your lows can't be too low. And it's an easy thing to say because there are times where it just seems like nothing's going right for you. But you got to believe that the work you put in your whole career to get you to this level in itself is a testament to the hard work and what you bring to the table in terms of a successful team. Again, every guy here is a puzzle piece that fits, and you have to believe that your role is you're there for a reason. So at the end of the day, promotions are going to happen. Sometimes you might get bumped back, but you just have to believe that the game that you play is the right fit for the team, and the coach will find a spot for you to line up, and you just hope it works.
And are those two good at keeping your confidence high? I mean, it's relatively new to you, but I mean...
It seemed very easy, just talking to them yesterday. And again, you see them talking to each other on the bench, even when you're not playing with them, and you're not surprised why they click so well on the ice. They both think the game is such a high level, and they both have the skills to back it up too. So, again, I'm not trying to overcomplicate things. I know I don't have the abilities that those guys do at their level, but I also bring something to the table that I think can work well for us too as well.
Kris Versteeg and Francois Beauchemin to Los Angeles Kings, possible deal with Toronto Maple Leafs. In an interesting twist in the NHL trade market, new rumors are emerging about Kris Versteeg and Francois Beauchemin potentially being traded to the Los Angeles Kings. Sources indicate that the Kings, who have been one of the most active teams in recent weeks, are evaluating the possibility of bolstering their defense with Beauchemin, while Versteeg, who brings strong offensive capabilities, could be a key piece in a larger trade. This move becomes even more intriguing considering the Kings' surplus of offensive pieces available for trade, exactly what the Toronto Maple Leafs are looking for to strengthen their roster. It's speculated that with Versteeg included in the deal, the Leafs could be targeting a possible addition like Wayne Simmonds, along with a mid-range draft pick. This move makes sense given Simmonds' struggles this season, as he has yet to find his top form on the ice. To add more drama to the trade talk, there are even whispers that veteran defenseman Tomas Kaberle could be included, opening the door for a potential pursuit of Brayden Schenn. If completed, this move could have a significant impact on reshaping the Leafs lines and adding more depth to the team. Stay tuned for updates to see if these trades come to fruition and how they might shape the future of Toronto and Los Angeles this season. In an interesting twist in the NHL trade market, new rumors are emerging about Chris Versteeg and Francois Beauchemin potentially being traded to the Los Angeles Kings. Sources indicate that the Kings, who have been one of the most active teams in recent weeks, are evaluating the possibility of bolstering their defense with Beauchemin, while Versteeg, who brings strong offensive capabilities, could be a key piece in a larger trade. This move becomes even more intriguing considering the Kings' surplus of offensive pieces available for trade, exactly what the Toronto Maple Leafs are looking for to strengthen their roster. It's speculated that with Versteeg included in the deal, the Leafs could be targeting a possible addition like Wayne Simmonds, along with a mid-range draft pick. This move makes sense given Simmonds' struggles this season, as he has yet to find his top form on the ice. To add more drama to the trade talk, there are even whispers that veteran defenseman Tomas Kaberle could be included, opening the door for a potential pursuit of Brayden Schenn. If completed, this move could have a significant impact on reshaping the Leafs lines and adding more depth to the team. The Kings' situation is complex, as they are in the midst of a transitional period. Their aging roster, which includes a core group that led them to several successful playoff campaigns in the past, has seen some struggles in recent seasons. While there's a clear need for defensive help, Los Angeles may also want to improve their offensive consistency in order to make a deep playoff push. The combination of Beauchemin's defensive reliability and Versteeg's offensive upside could help the Kings balance their lineup. From the Leafs' perspective, this potential deal is about retooling for the future. The team is in a position to compete, but they also need to solidify certain areas on the ice. Adding a player like Wayne Simmonds could provide the grit and scoring touch that the team has been missing. Furthermore, acquiring a mid-range draft pick could help with future team-building efforts, as Toronto looks to remain competitive while still developing young talent. The inclusion of Kaberle in the trade package could be a strategic move for both teams. The veteran defenseman, who has been with the Leafs for a long time, has seen his role diminished in recent seasons. However, his experience and offensive abilities could be a valuable asset for Los Angeles, who could use a steady presence on the blue line to help their younger players develop. The talk surrounding Brayden Schenn's potential involvement in the deal adds an intriguing layer to the negotiations. Schenn, a versatile forward, has shown flashes of brilliance but has been inconsistent at times. If the Leafs are able to land him, it could be a great opportunity for both the player and the team to find success together. Schenn's physicality, two-way game, and leadership could be exactly what the Leafs need to bolster their forward group. While the trade market can be volatile and unpredictable, these rumors suggest that both the Kings and Leafs are preparing for significant changes. For Toronto, this could mark the beginning of a new era, with a focus on adding more experience and depth. For Los Angeles, the trade could be a chance to retool and address some of the weaknesses in their lineup, while still competing for a playoff spot this season. Of course, as with any trade rumors, it's important to remember that these discussions are fluid and can evolve quickly. There are many moving parts in these types of negotiations, and both teams will likely have to weigh their options carefully before making any final decisions. It's also possible that other teams could enter the fray, further complicating the situation. In the coming days, fans of both teams will be watching closely to see if any concrete moves are made. The NHL trade deadline is fast approaching, and teams are scrambling to position themselves for a successful postseason. Whether this rumored deal materializes or not, the possibility of a major trade between the Leafs and Kings will certainly keep fans on edge as the season continues to unfold. The trade talks involving Versteeg, Beauchemin, and potentially Simmonds or Schenn highlight the delicate balance that NHL teams must strike between immediate success and long-term growth. Both the Leafs and Kings are trying to find that balance, and this rumored